Hello and welcome back to my channel. For those of you who do not know, my name is Peyton Elizabeth and this is my little corner of the internet, and today I have a very exciting video for you. For those of you who do not know, I start dental school in the fall. Literally in less than a month and a half, well, like 2-ish months, I will be a full-blown dental student, the whole shebang. Very excited. But I like to share my tips and tricks with you. I've shared dental school application tips. I've shared how to stay productive and motivated. I've shared a whole bunch of tips, and I wanted to, sorry, thought that was Charles. He's out running errands and I didn't want him to be stranded. But as today I have a very special video that I want to do, which is how to make the most of your summers as a pre-dental or pre-health student. I know me personally, I would sit there all summer and just feel like I wasn't doing enough because I wanted to make sure that I was being productive and getting all this stuff done that I normally couldn't get done. And so today I'm going to go over 5 of my tips of how to really just like rock your summers so that you can be prepared during the school year. So without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, so tip number 1 is going to be make the most of your free time. That means volunteer. That means do your shadowing. That means do everything that you cannot do during the school year. Basically, I like to really go hard with volunteering and shadowing, or, you know, get a job in the field that you're interested in. So I work as a dental assistant at a dental office. I volunteer as a dental assistant. Shadow people that you're interested in learning from, all sorts of things, whatever you really think is going to make the most of your time. And during the school year, I know personally I never had time to shadow. I was so busy, I didn't have time to go shadow for a whole day at an office. But during the summer, you can fit that into your schedule. Even if you work a job not related to the healthcare field, you can use your days off during the week to really, you know, make the most of it. So yeah, that is the number 1 thing that I would do in your summers, especially if you're like in your summer before sophomore or junior year where you're not doing DAT and application stuff. Number 2 is kind of building off of that, but I want you to create a list of all the things that you want to do during the school year that you can't, and do them. And that doesn't have to just be related to your field of interest. That means, like, if you want to take like a yoga class and you never have time to, take it. Right, Gomer? Oh man, wouldn't be a video if you didn't get involved. Oh, I know. Okay, so yeah, basically I want you to just use this as an opportunity to get things done that you normally can't do during the school year, because obviously during the school year your education is, well, should be a very high priority, if not your top priority. Number 3, this one's a fun one, and I felt very fun. I was excited to tell you. Take up a hobby, but one that involves manual dexterity, because manual dexterity, for those of you who don't know, is basically, I don't have the like official definition, but it basically is your ability to work with your hands and do a lot of fine skills. Dentistry is a lot of fine-tuning, fine skills, and you need to be very good with your hands in order to do that. So like for me, I know how to knit and crochet, and Goober. This is what I have to work with. As I was saying before I was so rudely interrupted, take up a skill that involves your hands so you can build up strength in your fingers, because that'll really help you once you have to do fine skills. You can kind of avoid the learning curve. And actually there is a spot on the application for dental school that asks about your manual dexterity and if you have any skills. And there's literally so many things could involve. If you play an instrument, that counts. If you take up crocheting or knitting or like woodworking, any of that stuff is gonna help you in the long run. So take up some time to learn one of those over your summer. Okay, so this one is going to be key to having a successful and easy application process, and that is create an organization method for all of your skills and all of your experiences, whether that's volunteering, shadowing, all of the above. For me personally, I created a Google sheet for every single year of my college experience, and I'd have 3 sections in it. I'd have clubs and organizations, volunteering, shadowing. and I would write in each one. So for organizations and clubs, you write the club and your position in it, and then a brief summary of just what you do. And then for shadowing and volunteer opportunities, you write the day, you write how long you did it, and then you write a brief experience and brief memory. Whether that's like shadowing was a specific case you saw that really inspired you that day, or something you learned, or just something that way you can kind of jog your memory of what you learned that day. And that really helps when it comes to applications, because you have to enter all of that in, and it really will make your life a lot easier in the long run if you have that in a nice organized format. So spend your summer creating that, compile all of your data together. That way it'll help you in the long run and set you up for success. So in case you are doing anything during the school year, you can just fill it in the blank rather than having to create a new method. And the fifth one is most important to me, and that is use this time to create coping mechanisms for stress. The biggest thing I have learned is you can't learn new coping mechanisms during times of stress, because your body is already going through so much. It doesn't have time to try and implement new things. It goes into survival mode. So you have to teach yourself coping mechanisms while you're not stressed. So take this time over the summer where you're not in school, where you're not dealing with tests and anxiety around that, and find coping mechanisms that work for you. That way when you do enter school again and you are experiencing great amounts of stress, the coping mechanisms are already second nature to you, so you're more likely to use them. I think it's really, really important for mental health wise. If you aren't prepared during your good mental health, you're not going to be ready when you have bad mental health. So I think it's super, super important to make sure that you are fully prepared for all scenarios, and make sure you do that over the summer. Are you gonna be nice now? But yes, so that is my final tip and trick for you. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, all the things. If you have any tips of how you spend your summers, go ahead, put them in the comments below. We can all help each other out. And if not, I'm sorry, I'm being distracted by my cute little son over here. And if not, I will see you in the next video. Bye guys.